On today's episode, we're going to be learning how to identify various body parts in Creole. Now, how exciting does that sound? Tell me that doesn't sound cool. What is up, guys? Well, it's your boy Jalen here, and welcome back to another episode of Saka Fet Creole Dominic, a series where I dive into and explore the Creole language. I'm more than excited to actually jump into this episode, but before we do so, I feel like some of you guys might be new here, so if you are, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. While you're at it, give this video a thumbs up, and of course, for those of you guys who have already subscribed, you guys know how we do over here on this channel. Welcome back. Don't forget to post notifications on that. Whenever I post anything, you guys can be informed. You can come over, check it out, see what I'm up to and all that good stuff. But guys, without any further ado, let's just jump right on into this video. Now, on the previous episode of Saka Fet, we learned about the origins of the Creole language. We also learned what our subject pronouns are in Creole, and we learned some basic, some pretty basic greetings that we can actually use when we have conversations in Creole. If you missed that episode, please be sure to check it out so that you can catch up to where we are right now. Now, as we know, there are many body parts, so obviously we're not going to be able to cover them all today. However, I'm going to teach you guys at least 10 different body parts in Creole. Now, let's start with head. How do we say the word head in Creole? Head in Creole is pronounced tête. So if you're referring to your head, you would say tête. Can you guys say that with me? Tête. So your head would be tête. Now let's move down. We're going to our eyes. Now in Creole, the word eyes would be yeux. Can you say that with me? Yeux. So if you're referring to your eyes in Creole, you would say yeux. Alright, now let's move right along to our nose. Now the word for nose in Creole would be nez. If you're referring to your nose, you would say nez. Can you guys say that with me? Nez. So let's just go back. So we have head. Head would be tête. Eyes would be yeux. Nose would be nez. Alright, let's move on to our mouth. The word for mouth in Creole would be bouche. Can you say that with me? Bouche. So if you're referring to your mouth in Creole, you would say bouche. Alright, let's move down to our chin. The word for chin in Creole would be maton. Can you guys say that with me? Maton. Alright, so the word for chin would be maton. So let's just go back just to see if you guys can remember. So we're starting with head. The word for head in Creole would be tête. The word for eyes would be yeux. The word for nose would be nez. The word for mouth would be bouche. The word for chin would be maton. Alright, now what if you want to say ears? The word for ears in Creole would be zoé. Alright, zoé. Now if you're referring to your ears in Creole, you would say zoé. What do you guys think the word for forehead would be? The word for forehead in Creole is fond. Can you guys say that with me? Fond. So if you're referring to your forehead in Creole, you would say fond. Now I have a lot of hair. If you want to talk about your hair, what do you think we would call the word hair in Creole? The word for hair in Creole is cheveux. Cheveux. Can you guys say that with me? Cheveux. We're going to look at the word shoulder. What do you guys think the word shoulder in Creole would be? The word for shoulder in Creole is zépaule. Zépaule. Say that with me? Zépaule. So the word for shoulder in Creole would be zépaule. So let's go back just to see if we can get all of them. So we're going to start with the head. The word for head is tête. The word for eyes would be yeux. What is the word for nose? Can you guys remember? The word for nose is nez. Now what about mouth? Who remembers what the word for mouth in Creole is? The word for mouth would be bouche. Now what about chin? Can anybody remember what the word for chin in Creole was? The word for chin is maton. Can anybody remember what the word for ears was? Zoé. Now shoulders. The word for shoulders in Creole was zépaule. What do we call hair in Creole? Can anybody remember? Cheveux. Now, apart from our shoulders, our neck holds up all the features that we just looked at. So what do you think the word for neck in Creole would be? The word for neck in Creole would be cou. Okay, can you guys say that with me? Cou. So the word for neck in Creole would be cou. I hope you guys were actually taking notes. If you missed out on anything, feel free to pause this video, rewind, go back, take notes, and practice. But this is where we come to the end of this video. This is actually the end of our session for today. I hope you guys actually learned a lot. I hope you guys actually enjoyed this session. You don't need to leave. You can stick around, click around, check out some more stuff. You ain't gotta go, but I do. So until the next one, remember to be safe, fierce, love, and all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys right back here next week for another episode of Saka Fet. Be breezy. Peace.
En ka chonje l'âme de tout petit, en commencement l'âme de caille l'école. Bête l'école de ka bat zafan, en la kou l'école pour langage créole. Et jodi langage créole.